Well, what a performance it was by the Montana Grizzlies on Saturday afternoon here at Washington-Grizzly Stadium. The Griz defense nearly pitched a perfect game as they had their best performance of the entire season, and after a slow start, the offense got going, and in the end, it was a 40-0 victory for the Grizzlies over Northern Colorado as Montana improved to 7-1. It was a day to remember well for the Griz defense as Montana put together a masterful performance with 2 pick sixes from Jackson Lee and Braxton Hill, 6 sacks on the day, while the Griz allowed just under 100 yards of total offense and forced the Bears to just 1 for 15 on third down and just 7 total first downs.
Yeah, I mean, those type of plays just build so much momentum, and shout out to Jackson Lee. You know, Braxton Hill also had another pick six. Just the Highway 1 boys just really stood out today.
Jackson Lee's touchdown was the first score of the game, as Montana's offense was slow out of the gates, but that score helped ignite the entire team.
We got set back a couple times on our first few drives and with some penalties, and I think that the defense score really turned it around, and then it kind of gave us some momentum, and it just kind of boosts everybody's energy. So all goes into the line, quarterback's making calls, line getting push off the ball and just opening holes for us.
Since the second half of UM's win over UC Davis 3 weeks ago, Montana's defense has been dialed in leading this team on their current 4-game winning streak. And for them, it's everyone doing their part as a unit to make game-changing plays.
I really just think that's what builds this defense is, you know, just everyone doing their 111th, what Coach Houck talks about, you know, and whenever you have guys in the backfield that are just locking up their man, and then you guys in the front like Gubby and Kale who are just taking double teams, it really just allows us linebackers to fit gaps and just make plays.
The other storyline from Saturday was the much-anticipated debut of quarterback Keali'i Ah Yat, the son of Grizzly Hall of Famer and former QB Brian Ah Yat. It's been 27 years since Brian threw his first career touchdown as a Grizzly against Oregon State, and on Saturday, Keali'i stood up to the task in his first college minutes as he connected with Junior Bergen for a 21-yard score in the second quarter.
You know, touchdown Ah Yat, I mean, there wasn't even electricity in the stadium last time that was said, so it's good to have a couple. Good to see him spin it. He throws a nice pass in both scenarios, but I thought he held up his end of the bargain today.
Ah Yat split reps with Clifton McDowell at quarterback, and Montana's offense found its rhythm behind both, while the run game with Eli Gilman, Nick Osmo, and McDowell shined with almost 300 yards total on the ground. Ah Yat had been slowly creeping up the depth chart in recent weeks and at practice, and his performance had fans reminiscing about the great memories in the past while buzzing about the future's potential.
Well, we've had him in the number 2 spot for about 4 weeks. We've intended to play him in each of those games. There just really wasn't a juncture in any of those games where we felt good about plugging in a true freshman in his first college game. So we basically had decided that whatever the scenario today, we were going to play him. We've intended to have a 2-quarterback system all year long, and that's what we intend to do.
And up next for Montana, it's a huge game right here in Missoula as they get set to host Sacramento State in what will be a top 10 matchup that could have huge implications both in the Big Sky Conference and around the rest of the FCS. Reporting in Missoula, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.